హాయ్ స్టూడెంట్స్, నేను మీ రాజేష్ దంతుల. ఈరోజు మనం ప్రిపరేషన్ ఆఫ్ HCl గ్యాస్ అలాగే యాసిడ్స్ ఏం జనరేట్ చేస్తాయి, అలాగే బేస్ ఏం జనరేట్ చేస్తాయో తెలుసుకుందాం. నౌ ఏ స్మాల్ యాక్టివిటీ అబౌట్ ప్రిపరేషన్ ఆఫ్ HCl గ్యాస్ అమ్మా. A small activity about preparation of HCl gas amma. Some materials are required to do this activity. First one, test tube, alage pair of tongs, rubber cork, delivery tube, blue litmus paper and 1 gram solid NaCl and concentrated H2SO4 are needed to do this activity. Okay, first take a test tube about 1 gram solid NaCl. Test tube condition is first dry and clean test tube. Take about 1 gram solid NaCl and dry and clean and dry test tube. Add some concentrated sulfuric acid in the test tube. After one gas is released, after a chemical reaction occurred, solid NaCl plus sulfuric acid react together. Na2SO4 plus 2HCl gas. Okay, here NaCl, we take 1 gram solid NaCl in test tube, add concentrated sulfuric acid formula H2SO4, solid salt formula NaCl, both are react together 2NaSO4, 2Na2SO4. Na2SO4 is salt, sodium sulfate antam దీన్ని. అలాగే 2Cl 2 hydrogens, so 2HCl gas is evolved. 2NaCl plus H2SO4, 2NaSO4, 2Na means Na2SO4, 2Cl 2 hydrogens, so 2HCl. So HCl gas is liberated. Okay, so now take a blue litmus paper, HCl gas, take a dry blue litmus paper, bring near the gas evolved. Bring near the gas evolved, no change the color. First take a blue litmus paper and bring near the gas evolved. This blue litmus paper is a dry blue litmus paper. You will notice that no change the color. You will notice that no change the color. Next, take a wet blue litmus paper, place near or bring near the gas evolved. You will notice that the wet blue litmus paper turns into red color. First one, dry blue litmus paper time, no change the color. But wet blue litmus paper time, the wet blue litmus paper turns into red color. So that means dry paper taking time, HCl position is the gas position. In gaseous state, HCl do not produce H plus ions. But in wet blue litmus paper time, HCl gas dissolve form H plus ions. That's why HCl solution time, HCl solution means hydrochloric acid forming time, blue litmus paper turns to red litmus paper. But in gaseous state do not produce H plus ions. So HCl only solution time, blue litmus paper turns into red litmus paper. HCl dissolve in water, H3O plus or Cl minus ions are formed. H3O plus ion is called hydronium ion. H3O plus ion is called hydronium ion. So HCl dissolving water time H plus or H3O plus ions are formed. H plus or H3O plus ions are formed. That means acids generate H plus or H3O plus ions. One another example, HNO3, presence of water, H plus NO3 ions are formed. So here this acid also generate H plus ion. So all acids in water, presence of water generate H plus ions. But absence of water do not generate H plus ions. In case in this activity doing time, more humid in your surrounding, you take a guard tube, that gas pass through the guard tube. Guard tube contain calcium chloride crystals. Guard tube contain calcium chloride crystals. This guard tube dry the gas. Very very important bit. Guard tube contain calcium chloride crystal. In case in this activity doing time, more humid in your surrounding, that time you take the guard tube, evolved gas pass through the first guard tube. Guard tube contain calcium chloride crystals. These crystals are helpful to dry the gas. Okay, already we observed that all acids in aqueous solutions, generate H plus or H3O plus ions. Do this activity basis. Bases NaOH, take NaOH on aqueous solution produce Na plus OH minus. So bases are generate OH minus ion. Hydroxide ions antam. OH minus means hydroxide ions antam. Calcium hydroxide CaOH twice on aqueous solution Ca plus 2 2OH minus. And same KOH, potassium hydroxide in aqueous solution K plus OH minus. So here all bases generate OH minus ions and all acids produce or generate H plus or H3O plus ions. One thing, all acids generate H plus ions, and I said all acids produce H plus ions, but H plus ions cannot exist alone. H plus ions cannot exist alone. That's why H plus ions in water form H3O plus ions. So all acids exist H3O plus ion form, but acids cannot exist H plus ion alone. So acids exist H3O plus ion form. Totally acids generate H plus or H3O plus ions. Bases generate OH minus ions. Okay, I said acids produce H plus or H3O plus ions. Bases produce or generate hydroxide ions, OH minus ions. But all bases do not dissolve in water. All bases do not dissolve in water. Bases which are dissolved in water are called alkalis. Bases which are dissolved in water are called alkalis. So which bases dissolve in water, we call them alkalis. Okay, dissolve or soluble, same meaning. Bases which are soluble in water are called alkalis. Bases which are soluble in water are called alkalis. One thing, already starting I said, lesson starting time, part 1. In part 1 I said, bases are sour to taste and touch to soapy nature, but all of you remember that never taste, don't touch, because they harmful to our body. Okay, never taste and touch because they harmful to our body. Okay, remember that. Next one, already I said about neutralization reaction. Acids and bases react together. Acids and bases react together. Salt and water are produced. This reaction is called neutralization reaction. One another activity, dilution process of acids and bases. Dilution process of acids and bases. Now take a test tube, Amma. Now take a test tube. Now take a test tube. All of you remember that in dilution process time we must follow this rule. Don't pour water in acid or base, Amma. This is not correct, Amma. In case do this do this way, it's very harmful, Amma. Acids are splash out, burn, okay, damage our eyes. Okay, don't do this. Okay, don't pour water in acids. Okay, remember that. Dilution process time, we add water to acid or bases drop by drop and slowly and stir them. Okay, after dissolving, pour another drop. Again stir, pour another drop. This is the correct process, Amma. In case don't do this way, you face some problems, Amma. ఫ్లాష్ అవుట్ అవ్వచ్చు, బర్న్ అవ్వచ్చు. ఒక్కోసారి ఏమవుతుందంటే ఆ గ్లాస్ కూడా బ్రేక్ అయిపోయి మొహం మీద పడిపోవచ్చు. ఓకేనా, వెరీ డేంజర్ అమ్మా. సో ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ రిమెంబర్ దట్. అందుకే యాసిడ్స్ని డైల్యూషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు కానీ కంపల్సరీగా టీచర్ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్లోనే ఇవి చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ టేక్ ఏ టెస్ట్ ట్యూబ్ అమ్మా. pour 10 ml water in test tube. 10 ml water in test tube, amma. After add few drops concentrated sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, anyone, no problem. Okay, drop by drop, add drop by drop and swirl the test tube. అంటే ఇలా తిప్పాలి and swirl the test tube, amma. Okay, after dissolving another drop add, amma. So this process is called dilution process. Dilution process means decrease the concentration of H plus or H3O plus or OH minus ion concentration, amma. Acids decrease the H plus ion concentration or OH minus ion concentration. Bases lo aithe decrease the OH minus ion concentration, acids aithe H plus or H3O plus ion concentration, amma. Decrease the concentration of H plus or OH minus ion, this process is called dilution process, amma. When we add acid drop by drop to water, the concentration of acid decreases, amma. So this process is called dilution process, amma. This process is called dilution process, amma. Bases also same do this. Okay, this process, amma. Bases are add drop by drop to water and swirl the test tube. After again add drop. This process continues. Then decrease the concentration of bases, amma. So acids concentration, bases concentration decreasing process is called dilution process, amma. The process of dilution means decrease the concentration of H plus or OH minus is called dilution process, amma. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ స్టూడెంట్స్. నా వీడియో కానీ మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి. మీరు ఇంకా నా ఛానల్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకున్నట్లయితే నా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. నా లక్ష్యం ఏంటంటే ఎక్కువ మందికి నా వీడియోస్ ఉపయోగపడాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో నేను ఈ ఛానల్ స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. సో అందరూ కూడా దీనికి హెల్ప్ చేస్తారని, ఎక్కువ మందికి మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్కి షేర్ చేసి వారికి కూడా ఉపయోగపడేలాగా మీరు హెల్ప్ చేస్తారని ఆశిస్తూ మీ రాజేష్ దొంతుల. థ్యాంక్ యూ.